the wide receiver winners and open up an interesting debate. I'm going to kind of let you two have at this. I got this question already on Twitter. Who is the first wide receiver you should be taking off the board in rookie-only drafts? Is it Travis Hunter? Is it Tet McMillan? I know CJay has Travis Hunter as one of his biggest wide receiver winners. I'm with you here too, but I know Tanner also might feel a little differently as to who should be the first receiver off the board as well. But let's talk about Travis Hunter first, CJay. Why is he a winner? And then maybe we could dive into, should he be the first receiver off the board as well in rookie drafts?
Yeah, I think it starts with Jacksonville and their millennial GM, who's just I kind of love this guy. 34 years old, just making a gigantic splash, like changing the whole franchise around. He wanted his guy. They moved up 3 spots. They gave up 1 million picks, next year's first-round pick. So they draft him, and then they get to the press conference, and the first thing Liam Cohen says is he's playing primarily offense.
Yeah.
And we're going to play him a little bit on defense. Hunter did say before the draft, if I'm going to quit football if I'm not allowed to play both sides. But I think we're going to let him play a little bit of defense. That was just hey, we're going to throw you a bone, make you happy, but you're playing offense for us. And I just think the NFL now, I know Brian Thomas is there. He had, 140 targets last year, really is their only real receiver. But the NFL now, it's run after they catch. They don't really funnel through X receivers as much anymore. And I just feel that with Hunter's skill set, Cohen's great with slot receivers. He was there with LA for Cooper Kupp's best seasons. Chris Godwin last year was on pace for a great wide receiver 1 season. That slot role is awesome. They're going to move Hunter around. They'll manufacture a bunch of touches for him. He'll probably get 8 to 10 touches per game. I think that's all he needs to put up high-end receiver 2 or low-end receiver 1 numbers in Jacksonville.
100%. Yeah, 170 vacated targets, so top 5 in terms of available volume as well. And you mentioned it, Liam Cohen's scheme is just an absolute receiver goldmine. They are talking about moving Brian Thomas into the slot as well too, but that's what made this offense so dangerous, is there doesn't have to be one dedicated slot guy. They're going to move these guys all around the formation when Thomas is stretching the field, and then Hunter can get underneath, and then vice versa. Brian Thomas wants to lift the lid, and then suddenly you got Travis Hunter working underneath. And even Diami Bro, I know is just more of a role player and going to serve his purpose on the field more so than a fantasy player, but he can burn deep too. So I just love what Liam Cohen's doing. Both Chris Godwin and Mike Evans were top 10 in fantasy points per game last season. And you mentioned he was the wide receiver coach when Cooper Kupp had that massive breakout. And you just listen to, I get it, the press conferences, the Duval, he's a tool at times on the press conference. But then if you also watch him break down his film of his plays and his scheming, the guy's a genius. I really do believe Liam Cohen's going to be one of the next great play callers, and he's going to have some real offensive success. Now, I don't know if I love Trevor Lawrence. I've never really liked Trevor Lawrence, and been proven right so far. But hey, this is better than, and why I also consider it a huge win is we all expected him to be going to Cleveland, and we thought it was going to be Deshaun Watson's corpse or potentially a day 2 rookie throwing him the rock. And even if I don't like Trevor Lawrence, that's a big upgrade. And we saw what Liam Cohen did for Baker Mayfield. I do like Baker more than Trevor Lawrence, no doubt about it, just in general. But still, maybe he does just need a couple more weapons, needs the right play caller to give him these type of layup looks. Travis Hunter's going to just absolutely feast with Brian Thomas on the other side, drawing number 2 coverage and getting these type of schemed up looks. It's going to be a gold mine. So yeah, I love Travis Hunter. Given this fact that he is confirmed going to be more of a wide receiver in this good offense with a quality pass, a QB thrown to him, I'm taking him at the first wide receiver off the board in rookie drafts, probably at 103 or so for me, behind those 2 big running backs. Is he your number 1, CJay? Are you Tet or are you Travis?
No, Travis is my first receiver in Dynasty, and then he's my 104 overall in Superflex with Genty, Hampton, Cam Ward, Hunter, and then Tet right behind him.
So what do you think of that, Tanner? Is that blasphemy? Is Tet the true number 1 wide receiver? Or what do you think?
So pre-draft, I had Burden wide receiver 1, Tet wide receiver 2, Travis wide receiver 3. For me now, after the draft, I didn't expect that the Bears would get both my tight end 1 and my wide receiver 1. So that kind of divvies things up in terms of me for who between Tet and Luther not Travis. Travis is going to be playing behind Brian Thomas Jr. Okay. Brian Thomas Jr. was tremendous last year. Like, he is already a top 5 to 6 wide receiver in the game, potentially. At least for the foreseeable future, he is. And I think Liam Cohen was most excited, I believe, about Brian Thomas Jr. Going from the Bucs to the Jags. And I don't think he's going to take that opportunity for granted. We knew Travis is going to play defense at some point, and that seems to be the case. Obviously, he's going to play offense first, but at some point, he is going to be more involved on the defensive scheme. So we don't know if that's going to take snaps from him on offense or et cetera. CJay thinks he's going to get 8 to 10 touches a game. With, how bad their offense is, maybe. But Cohen likes his run game, and he likes his run tandems. So, Etienne and Bigsby, they're going to be running. I don't think he's planning on moving Etienne. I mean, that might come as a surprise later this offseason.